I'm supposed to record some kind of audio. And you know, people are telling me I'm a noob at this. I don't get that. Like, I'm really good at stuff. I'm really smart, and I'm not just a noob. So what do I do here?
Well, you could always ask the doctor, Rigby, because I am not a noob. I am a pro.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Do. To have with me, Jared.
I'm feeling pretty generational.
Yep, and I'm feeling my age as we're still going over Superman, Batman Generations. Now, this is another take two. I went over the entire trilogy long ago, and actually, I just realized I should grab something I do have for this.
It's probably signed, knowing him.
The Omnibus.
Of course you do.
No autograph because Byrne has never come down to the States.
Okay, I see.
So yeah, nope, I never had him sign anything. It's pretty bare.
Mm-hmm. There's still time.
Maybe. But yeah, this is an interesting what if, and it's a what if, and Elseworld. I mean, and it's an Elseworld I really enjoy. It's basically what if Superman and Batman started in their respective years, and they aged in real time, and the whole world aged in real time.
Mm-hmm.
But what makes this interesting is that Byrne doesn't just do it as a fan fiction. No. He makes sure each decade is representative of what happened in those decades.
That's cool.
Like, obviously now he's starting, even though it's 1939, it's what represents, like the 40s, the 50s.
Yeah.
And everything. So, yeah, we're going to be going over the first of the minis today.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let's just dive right in. 1939, the Vigilantes. There it is, honey. The Metropolis World's Fair. Oh, Bruce, it's even more spectacular than I imagined. But I don't see anything like an airfield. Where are you going to land? Anywhere I want, Julie Madison. Not much point in being the nation's seventh richest man if I can't do what I please. Look out, that lunatic's going to land right on top of us. No chance of that, friend. How does he hear him? How did he hear him from all the way up there?
Yeah.
It's like, I wouldn't even attempt this stunt if I didn't think I could plant this bird exactly where I want her. There we go. Oh, I only play at being a bored and indifferent playboy, and one day I will be revealing that to my fiancée. Out you come, darling. Looks like the whole fair is an easy walking distance from here. That was reckless and unnecessary, Bruce. Yeah, by the way, you remember, that was his first love interest was Julie.
Oh, yeah.
You should know by now that you don't have to do that sort of thing to impress me. Hey, what the heck do you think you're doing? The anticipated representative of the Metropolis Police Force. I'm Bruce Wayne, officers, and I'm sure we can deal with this matter without undue fuss. Bruce Wayne, the Gotham millionaire? Put your wallet away, Wayne. You may be able to buy your way out of trouble in Gotham, but here in Metropolis, hey, it's Electrox. But I didn't think that, and he could move around like that. I'm sure you didn't, fool. But I warned Metropolis. The city would pay dearly if I did not receive $1 million before noon today. Now you will all learn nothing, and nothing that the Ultra Humanite says is to be taken lightly. That's the other thing. The Ultra Humanite was the bald villain before Lex.
Okay, I see.
And that one guy doesn't seem to want to give ground, boss. First one, that thing will trample you like you weren't even there. Blast. I'm sure as the Batman, I do like how he keeps the hyphen because that's what he had in the early days.
There you go.
I can handle this menace easily, but my effectiveness is in that role depends on keeping my dual identity secret. Okay, honey, I don't have to be told twice. Julie, Bruce, that woman will make a perfect first victim. But she's just a dame, boss. Wouldn't it be better to, idiot, Have you learned nothing since I plucked you out of that Smallville juvenile detention home?
Mm-hmm.
Notice the color of the guy's hair?
Yep.
Smallville, juvie.
Mm-hmm.
That's important for later.
Mm-hmm.
And so-called innocent victims are always best. Their death creates the greatest terror. Now let the snap of blood and spurt of blood be a sign to all of Metropolis that something is stopping the robot. Who and who? Superman. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. He looked good.
The tiny yes, but that's what he had back then.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
He crushed the robot into a sphere with his bare hand. Hey, what do you think you're doing? That robot was private property. Incredible. What a man, Bruce. Why can't you be more like him? I was beginning to think Julie would never get tired enough to want to sleep. There were more into that robot running amok than a simple electronic malfunction. It went after Julie with intent. The fair will be closing for that night in just a few minutes. And the pavilion that had electronics display is already deserted, which makes it the perfect place to start my. I don't know about this, Lois. Bribing that guard to let us in, that doesn't seem like something the chief would approve of. George Taylor, remember, that was also, again, see what I mean here? He's keeping everything consistent. They work at the Daily Star, not the Planet. It's George Taylor, not Barry White.
Okay, that
you
makes
notice
sense.
Superman was leaping.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he will be flying with no explanation, and that's because he's treating it like that intentionally. Like he just suddenly flies, no explanation. And then when we see Superboy, he can fly.
Mm-hmm.
What? Wait, how did he go from flying to just leaping to flying again? Who cares? The original comics didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
George Taylor approves of anything that gets scoops for the stars, Kent, and we wouldn't have to be sneaking around like this if you being late, as usual, hadn't made me miss all the excitement. Say, what do you suppose this is? Something better left for an expert to examine, Miss Lane. Who went? The Batman! Oh, look at that!
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Even you guys admit, this probably is some of pretty good artwork for Bird. Now,
well, Bird
not,
has always been a talented artist. I'm not going to take that away from him.
Yeah, and let's make it clear, this is Terry Austin doing the ink, so he's not inking himself, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to say, Byrne is one of those people like Frank Miller. He needs an inker.
Yeah.
Yep. I heard of you, but you're a long way from Gotham City, aren't you? I go where I'm needed, Kent. Isn't it? And Kent, isn't it? I heard of you too, and of Lois Lane. Well, excuse me if I don't go all weak in the knees, friend, but you're small potatoes in this town. It takes more than a spook act to outdo Superman. Your homegrown hero is impressive, Miss Lane, but this job requires brains, not brawn. Hey, not so fast there, fella. Clumsy Kent, but I don't have time for this. And come back here, you. Kent, are you? Okay, Lois. I had to pretend to be hurt. That blow would have near crippled a normal man. Fine. Next time, remind me to tell our editor I don't need to be babysitting you when I'm covering a story. Now the Batman's vanished. Hey, what are you two doing in there? The pavilion is closed. We're just the last ones out. Officer, nothing to be alarmed of. Play it smooth as you like, Kent, but I'm going to keep an eye on you. You went down easily enough, but hitting your neck was like hitting a steel girder. Oh! Again, I wonder if there might be more than one robot wandering around here. And fools! Yep. I warned you not to leave any traces of your action where you planted the remote control device of Electrox. What did that nosy reporter find? It couldn't have been anything, boss. I swept the area myself. It was enough to be of interest to the Batman. Blast! My plans were finally calculated to allow for occasional interference by Superman, but I had not anticipated another costumed interloper. I'm still not satisfied, Bruce. I want to know where you snuck off to in the middle of the night. I told you, honey, I just needed to take a walk. Too much excitement for me to sleep, I guess. Let's talk about it later. Here's our room service with our breakfast. I don't see how you can get through your morning on a bagel and a cup of coffee, Lois. And a cigarette, Kent. Don't forget the cigarette. Again, 1940s, of course. Smoking, remember that was like, smoke up, it's good for you.
Yes, smoking was big back then.
Packed with nutritional value.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things they claimed. What about you? Seems you like those Kansas-style big breakfasts you pound down would put you to sleep for a week. I had a rapid metabolism, Lois. Now, shall we get over to the fairgrounds? There are a few leads I want to follow up before the morning rush. This place is so peaceful before all the people arrive, Bruce. It was a good idea to stay at a hotel so close. Pity we couldn't find anything better than the 3-star dump, though. Say, look over there. The Flying Graysons. They're supposed to be pretty and very good, especially that young lad of theirs. I've heard he's something of a boy wonder. Now, what say we have a look at some of the automotive exhibits? I'm in the market for a new car. Look, that's Bruce Wayne. I heard he arrived yesterday. Two of Gotham's most famous sons at the fair at the same time. Wait, you think maybe Wayne is the Batman, Ken? This is about as likely as you being Superman. Ha ha ha! That's a good one, Lois. Though, now that you mention it, it does seem more than a coincidence. This is just too boring for words, Bruce. Why don't you spend another hour and a half looking at cars while I go see the rest of the fair? Huh? What? Whatever you like, honey. Meet you later for lunch. That took longer than I anticipated. Julie has a higher tolerance for boredom than I gave her credit for. They're splitting up. You follow the girl, Lois. I'll keep an eye on Wayne. Good plan, Ken. Just one refinement I want to add. Let's make that the other way around. He's heading for the Easting and House Pavilion, but that's closed while they're repairing the damage done by Electrox. Not that seems to be slowing down our Mr. Wayne. That scrap of metal Miss Lane may found as a significant clue, since nothing else here seems to be made of that alloy. I mean, get it right this time. With this place closed, it's a perfect chance, our last, to make sure there are no clues left. And don't play the big boss around us, L. We've seen you fold in front of the Ultra Humanite. Watch your lip, N. I play Toady the Ultra only because it suits my purpose. Well, the Ultra Humanite's back in Metropolis, eh? Just knowing he's around is the best lead I could hope for. Gotta phone it in before Ken find out about going somewhere, cutie. Yes, out of here. Lois Lane, stop her. Blast. There's no way I can change into the Batman, and I just have to depend on not being recognized. Hey, who the heck is that guy? The same one who seemed determined to stand up to Electrox yesterday. The Neuro Stunner will fix his wagon. And take him down to the river and dump him. I'm going to take the girl back to Ultra. He'll want to find out how much she knows. Right. But maybe we should check this guy's wallet. Find out who he is. We can't help ourselves to his cash anyway. With threats like these, he's probably carrying quite a roll. Back when they actually carried roll the bills.
There you go.
Hey, well, look at this. He's that fancy Gotham big shot Bruce Wayne. Wayne, hey, he'd be worth more alive than as fish food. Say, what's going on over there? Look who's here. Look, it's Dick.
There you go.
Hey, you guys, that's no way to treat a visitor to the fair. Ooh, a kid? I'll have to deal with a couple of bad yags like you. Dick Grayson. That's me. You're lucky I happened by, mister. Who are you and why are those creeps dusting you down? Just someone who happened to be in the wrong place at the right time, Dick. Thanks for your help. I won't forget you. I didn't notify the police about the attack on Bruce Wayne or Lois Lane's kidnapping. Despite the assertion of those two I met when I landed, the police here may as well just be just as corrupt as they are in Gotham. But its Ultra Humanite is not likely to leave that trick for them to find either way. Someone is bound to come to retrieve it. Good. The truck's still here. And just like usual, when you see Batman standing, his cape is always back in the old days.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now to get out of here before... where? Have a nice... have a nice nap. Now let's chat. Pull me up! Tell me what you know. Where's the Ultra Humanite hiding? I can't tell you. He'll kill me. Fair enough. There's a 1 in 40 chance you'll survive from the fall from up here. No, please help me. Tell me. Please, no! Terrible though, fella. You shouldn't even be working up here this time of... You, Superman. If I'd known you were there to catch him, I wouldn't have let him fall. Huh. If I'd known you let him fall, I wouldn't have caught him. Shall I toss him off again? No, I'll talk! They both spill it. Where's the Ultra Humanite hideout? I don't know exactly where where. He always makes us wear blindfold when we come and go. That's no answer. Superman? Wait! I heard him once say HQ was under Prosperity Plaza. Prosperity Plaza? I memorized the map before it came to the city. There's no such place in Metropolis. Wait a minute. I think there is. This is the place. It was underneath a model. Yes, there's a concealed hatch here. Ultra's been hiding right in the middle of the fair. The Batman! And don't forget me, old pal. Bah! I've no time to waste on the likes of you. Blast! Yes, he's built a rocket ship into the Pyramax. And it's something else. This dial's reading off some kind of countdown. Ultra left a little surprise to cover his escape. He's rigged the hyperglobe to explode. But if I time this just right, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Superman, that was magnificent. Yes, my compliments, Superman. You even managed to work it in a bit of detective work. Miss Lane, are you all right? Did Ultra? Oh, his goons knocked me about a bit, trying to get me to tell them how much I knew about his plan. I've had worse. Look, debris from the blast. It practically animized Ultra's rocket. If it had gone off at ground level, there'd be a big hole where Metropolis used to be. Say, what's that? Looks like a red wig. That's exactly what it is, Batman. That's the same color as one of Ultra's henchmen's hair. The one you called L. L plus a red wig? Something wrong, Superman? Something from a long time ago, Batman, and something I'll probably never have an answer to now. But come on, we better go tell the park official what happened to their centerpiece. I think I'll let you do the talking, Superman. And notice, Superman killed!
Yep, there you go.
And no complaints, not even from Batman. Why? Because that's not part of it.
1930s Batman.
Exactly, and Superman wasn't against it.
Isn't this the Batman that carried a pistol?
Well, they're not going that far.
But it's like Golden Age Batman carried a gun, right?
Yep, until the editors told him. Yep, exactly. Now, we jumped 10 years. Now, keep in mind, a lot can happen in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And by this point, Lois is married to Clark, knows who he is, and is pregnant with his first kid.
Oh, boy.
And now, remember, it's just Superman Batman. We don't get most of the leak until the next one.
Okay.
So no Wonder Woman, no anyone until the next one.
Okay.
And laugh all you want, Joker. You're in Metropolis now. And in Metropolis, we eat the likes of you for lunch. Oh, do you, Mrs. Kent? Do you indeed? Well, maybe Superman has had it easy all these years. Maybe he's never had to face anyone with a real talent for evil. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough, Joker. My husband will have contacted Superman by now, and your husband, Mrs. Kent? Or would you prefer Mrs. Superman? Oh, not that again. You're behind the times, Joker. No one in Metropolis thought Clark was Superman since the day we got married. Is that so? Or, actually, I realized that this is the one. Is that so? I should do the Jeff Bennett voice. My sources are another opinion, Lois. May I call you Lois? Let's keep it Mrs. Kent, shall we? I don't know what part of your madness brought you to my turf, Joker, but you make a big mistake when you mess with my friends. The guest of honor, at last. You live up to your press, Superman, but not as impressive as Batman, of course. But then you don't need to be, do you? All those fancy powers take away the need for panache. Whatever you like, Joker, you'll have plenty of time to think about it in prison. You know, Superman, I don't think so. Say hi to my old friend, Green Kryptonite. Superman, fly away while you still can. Too late for that, Mrs. S. This isn't merely kryptonite. It's an especially potent little rock created in the lab of a friend of mine. This lab, in fact, concentrated kryptonite. Joker, you fiend! You say that as if it's a bad thing, super dupes. Me, on the other hand, I think fiendishness as surely underrated as what in? Game over, Joker. No, it can't be. You shouldn't even be able to move. A slight miscalculation on your part, Joker. Now, duh! Superman! Well, it's about time. I may never be able to use this wrist again. Spare me your whining, Joker. I would not act until I was certain of the result. Loser! Of course, you did not really think the Joker could have concocted such a delicious scheme on his own, did you? Hey! But what have you done to Superman? Even with the kryptonite, his invulnerable skin would still have been enough to protect him from my bullet. If he had invulnerable skin, look what they're referencing! It's the 50s!
Okay.
Wearing the mask?
Mm-hmm.
Confused, reader? Don't be. Everything will be crystal clear in due time. And for the beginning and of our answers, and again, just like the old days, they jump around.
Mm-hmm.
We must first look back in time, a period of some 24 hours, to the famous underground headquarters of Gotham's most famous crime fighter. He's old Peck, sir. Now, keep in mind, so by this time, he's gotten Dick. Dick's become Robin, but now Robin's already ready to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. So that tells you we miss a lot between years.
Yeah.
But we don't need to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's all Peck's on. Thank you, Alfred. Aren't you to go up, sir? I saw the bat signal, but he'll be gone in just a few minutes. I've already summoned a taxi. He knows where I am. If he wants to say goodbye, Alfred, if leaving for college is more important than answering Gordon's call, Master Bruce, if I may speak freely, you have known for months that this time must come. Truly, since you adopted Master Dick 9 years ago, we have both known that there must come a time when the robin would fly the nest. I know that, old friend, but it doesn't make it easier. And again, he's matching the Dick Sprang era.
Yeah.
He's not full on Adam West, but he's not as ruthless as the 40s.
And I must say, I like Robin with pants more.
Doesn't make it easier now that the time has finally come. Remember what Superman said, Alfred? How he wondered aloud if I cleaned up my act because of having a kid in town? Master Dick did seem to help you damp down your demons, sir. Funny, when I first became Batman as it was then, it never occurred to me that I want or need a partner in my war on crime. Now it's hard to imagine how I'll function without him. You'll do just fine, Bruce. Master Dick, your taxi. I called and canceled it, Alfred. There'll be a lot of other cabs, but only one chance for Batman and Robin to go into action for the last time. You called, Commissioner? Now this is Gordon's son, Tony Gordon, Jim's son. So basically, we never saw Jim as good commissioner because he would have been too old anyway.
Okay, I see.
Again, what do you think about this? How it's handling the real timeness of it? So a lot of stuff we would take for granted.
It's well done.
Yeah, you call on Batman, Robin. I was beginning to think you weren't coming. We had a slight delay. What's up? A break-in at the Gotham Metallurgical Institute. I would not have called on you two if on the two of you ordinarily, but a witness reported seeing a man with green hair, the Joker, that he's not dead, which that's a reference to Batman, Captain America.
Okay.
It was too much to hope that he was, Robin. And since it's 4 years since we thought he died in that nuclear blast, because that's how it ended.
Mm-hmm.
He and the Joker and the Red Skull went down in on Fat Boy.
Okay.
There's no telling what new madness he may be brewing. Tony Gordon still seems reticent about calling us for help, Batman. I don't think he was ever really comfortable with the fact that it was my endorsement that finally swung the people of Gotham in favor when he took over his father's job. And losing Jim Gordon was one of the worst blows Gotham has ever had to endure. There are the investigating police officers. Let's see what they can find out about the Joker's subtle interest in metallurgy. Batman and Robin, glad you can make it. The Joker and his men did a pretty thorough job of wrecking this place. If they were trying to cover what they stole, they succeeded. Why would a Joker worry about hiding what he stole? We do some delicate secret work here, Robin. I think that may be what interested the Joker. Joker has only one interest, Miss, making himself rich. Were you working on anything? But remember, this is back in the day when the Joker cared about money.
Mm-hmm.
Were you working on anything of great financial worth? No, Batman. In fact, I checked the inventory and on those rare weeks when we don't even have any precious metals in stock. Yet you have something that would attract the Joker. I think I just found it. Come on, Robin. Okay, I'm gonna start breathing through this a bit more, otherwise we'll be here forever.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, they figured it out, meet up with Superman. They know he's Clark Kent by now, of course. Mm-hmm. And they put the plan. But then, basically, dead. Batman is dead. I only wish it could have been me more directly by my hand. He saved them from a Soviet slave labor camp.
Okay.
So that's where the Joker had ended up beforehand. Mm-hmm. And they started working together. And Superman seems to show up. He has a lead shield. Even says your onborn offspring will not come to any harm. Mm-hmm. Further harm? What are you talking about, loser? What have you done to him? Nothing, dear Pharaoh, nothing. I merely refer to the discomfort the little tyke must have felt when the Joker exposed the Green K. Basically saying, once again, you missed the point, Superman. It is not your deaths I crave here. Dead, you would not be able to experience the frustration and impotence as you watch me take over the world. For 10 years, you've been a thorn in my side, Superman. Any other superhero I could have swatted as easily as I did Batman. Only you have ever been a threat to me. Spare me the speeches, Luthor. Just get on with it. He's ready to expose him to Gold K. And you know what Gold K does, right?
He takes away all his powers, right?
Yep, but turns out that was Robin
Okay, that worked.
in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but then
This is
Batman.
back then when like that would be believable because again, who was the audience for comics, Robert?
Kids, but you can still, they're adding a bit of a serious element to it still.
No, but my point is, this is back when like Robin impersonating Superman, you would buy that.
Well, an older Robin anyway, not Kid Robin. Yeah.
No, but still, it was like, Lex,
Yep.
don't you know what Superman sounds like?
Yeah. Boom. But yeah, so they get out of there and they get away from there. No, your Batarang just jammed the launch rail. And it seemed to have, stuck in there and blows up. They survive. But we find out what happened. Turns out, no bulletproof. He used his heat vision and then to vaporize the bullet and then puffed with the super press to knock Batman over.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's like a little hyper detailed. But then there's a big thing. She points out, wait, but they made a point. When I was exposed to the green K, I should have felt it because of the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out she was exposed to Gold K without knowing it beforehand.
Okay.
Her son is completely normal. And that throws a wrench into things. Now, young Joel can never know his father's Superman because then he'll be wondering, why don't I have powers?
Oh, that's interesting.
So now and just look at that look on Clark. He is completely mortified.
Mm-hmm.
And now this, as I've told you this off screen in the past, but here's the thing. We never know who the wife is.
Oh,
It's not Julie, but it's not, we don't know if it's Selena. We don't know if it's Julie. We don't know if it's Selena because as Byrne would put it, you can't really tell because but neither one fits, in the timeline.
okay, I see.
That was the one downside of the jumping around.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but you see, she's expecting now.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. The C and the H word and the H word. And this is where he explains about everything. And yeah, this is where he gives that whole thing about each thing is meant to, because he said the C and the H word, continuity and history.
Yeah.
I kind of like that when you look at it that way.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, because he's like, this in a roundabout way brings us back to the he brings about what is continuity and everything. It's a close association of each episode of a hero's life with all that has gone before. Once this meant simply that if we were told in Superman's first appearance he's from the planet Krypton, that he better be Kryptonian every issue after that. If we learned that the murderer of Bruce Wayne's parents when he was a child was the reason he adopted the Dark Knight, we had no good reason ever to be told otherwise. Fair enough. But as the years went by and threads began spun by storytellers, many storytellers, under the direction of many different editors, grew longer and longer. It was inevitable that some of the details of a character's continuity blur, bend, and even break, especially the first half of the centuries of superheroes when telling a story was considered vastly more important than chaining oneself to the minute of all that had gone before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then there's history, which is everything else. So basically, he's combining the two.
I like that.
That was the whole point of this event.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was just the first issue.
Wow, a lot happens in that.
Oh yeah, what'd you think about the start?
I like it.
Now we get, oh look, we're now in the 60s.
Oh, no wonder. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, we got all this wacky stuff. Hold on. Oh yeah, we have all this wacky stuff going on. And it's because of Mxyzptlk and Batmite.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the Mentallo helmet Superman brought back from Planet X. So yeah, they do all the goofy stuff. Also in the in-between time, they've had a daughter.
Okay.
But she has powers.
Okay.
Yep, and she is, and yep, there's Lois smoking it up and everything. And look, Jimmy's already balding.
Okay.
But yep, it's like, uh-oh. But yeah, they show up, and it turns out if you know, they're swapping who they're bothering.
I like that. That's funny.
Yep. Turns out they were abducted by this alien race who lives way like at the opposite end of the universe. So far off, Superman would still take a long time to get back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And they want people who can help them. They want the strongest heroes on Earth. And of course, them being the biggest fan of their hero saying, well, Bat might say, of course it's Superman. And Mixie's like, yeah, get rid of the big blue oaf.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, they only want one. But so they decided to make a contest out of it. So that's what all of this is to test them. We also find out that Lois gives gives Kara, that there's no Supergirl in there, cousin, a red solar amulet.
Okay.
And that's what Lois had been wearing during her pregnancies.
Okay, that makes sense.
That way, nothing bad would happen.
Like nothing vaguely written by Kevin Smith would happen.
Or Armageddon 2001.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, and look, there's Bruce Wayne Jr. That was a thing back then.
All right.
Yep, and we see Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not quite ready to become Batman just yet, Alfred. Bruce still has a few active years in him, I think. But yeah, he's come back from college. But here's the big thing then. It leads to what you think both of them seems to have gotten killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then they decide, we'll take both of you. So that's the last we see of those two. Because they're two, but we also see Lex is meeting up with Joel. And notice, Joel.
Okay, that's funny.
Joel Kent. But aren't you Lex Luthor? We jump another 10 years now. Dixon.
All right, the League.
Now there's one. Actually, they're the Society at the moment.
But that's Barry Allen.
That's true. No, that explains in the next mini.
Okay.
Basically, the League comes about from Bruce Wayne Jr., Kara, Wally, and Aqualad. So the Teen Titans form the Justice League. Beforehand, it's the Justice Society.
I guess.
Yep, but of course, they're basically telling them to go and end the war, and they're saying, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, we'll find out more about Alan's ring, but it goes interesting places. Now, by this point, Alfred has, of course, died. And, by the way, that's Dick as Batman now.
Okay.
So, by the way, just remember, we're in the 70s now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this. Of course, Alfred is a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Force ghost. Woo!
Is he a gentleman ghost?
Yep. And then they're dealing with a threat called Joker Jr. But of course, he's no threat of mine, no matter what he says. Unlike you, I never had time for offspring. Basically, now here's the thing. Dick did such a good job taking over as Batman that even Joker thinks he is the original.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we also find out that Lois has cancer, of course.
Okay.
All that smoking.
You mean, are we talking about Superman Ruin?
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding, of course.
I love the wig.
I like the gloves. Nice look.
Yep. And the gloves are actually for the wig.
That's not bad.
Because the wig, it goes back to the bioelectrical aura. It sticks on her head and will only come off unless she uses her gloves or she dies. That's important for later.
The costume, actually, I'm a fan of her costume. It looks good.
Yep. But then Joel went into Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, because by this point he had found out the truth. And that's what led to him. He wanted to go there to prove he can do something without powers, but it was at a big falling out with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, which of course means he had a big complex in Nam to the point where, well, let's just put it this way, he went way too far and the men decided to turn on him.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out that Bruce Wayne Jr. was feeling, it's even that I got the Bat voice down pat and everything, but it's like, no, that would destroy the illusion that I'm the original Batman. I like how you can tell it's Dick because of how his hair is.
Yeah.
But then he goes in, but meanwhile, Bruce Wayne Jr. goes to study where Joker is and find out it was a replacement, and then there's makeup and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then we see Dick is in a trap. And look at this, all these blades cutting him as he slides down. And it turns out Joker Jr., well, he starts saying stuff like, wait, it's been taking 10 years for this dummy corporation to buy this building. All this has been a 10-year plan, even though he's only been active for 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then look at this. All those blades were laced with hallucinogenic drugs.
Okay, that's what's going on here.
So he tosses them into all these pies, and while he sings, they're coming after me.
Jeez.
Dick's dead.
Oh, wow.
And it turned out it was Joker posing as Junior.
Oh, that's cool.
But I go like, you really killed Batman? No, as usual, he's lying. He didn't kill Batman. He killed Robin. That's what Joker killed Robin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Technically, twice over.
Yeah.
The original Robin, and he's posing him as Robin.
That makes sense.
But then we find out that, Bruce Wayne Jr. and Kara have gotten very close. It kind of goes with it makes sense, doesn't it?
So you're saying Super Bat? Okay,
Yep.
I see. The only valid Super Bat. Fight.
His name was Joel Perry Kent.
Okay.
But he was reported killed in action.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the second issue. But you see what I mean? How each of these are representing their decade? You got the crazy 60s.
Really well. Definitely really well.
You got the 70s where it starts to get a bit grittier, but not too overboard. But now, granted, he did bump up the depth of Robin a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you did have, but it makes sense though. This matches the Neil Adams era.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we got the 80s and the 90s. And things are going to get worse.
Oh boy, here we go. Is the night about to fall?
Twilight of the Gods.
Oh God. Here we go.
Now, Kara and Bruce are about to get married. And now, Lois, boy, yeah, that cancer did not do it.
Geriatric Lane.
Yep. And look at Clark. Now, of course, it's makeup. It's makeup.
Mm-hmm.
He's immortal.
Exactly.
They're going with Dr. Dr. Holert.
Okay.
Holert.
Should I know that?
Rearrange it, but don't say it. Just rearrange the words. Holert.
I don't have it.
You'll see. But basically, this doctor has been keeping her alive expertly up until this point. And they're and I love it. He flies off, to get rid of the makeup because you don't want to see Superman looking old. And then he re-puts it back on when he's back at the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's now the editor-in-chief. And look at this. Look at Kara now. She and
dope.
Bruce Wayne and Batman have become a power couple.
Mm-hmm.
And look, it's Brainiac. I love
dope.
this. She only has half of his powers. Because obviously she's not perfect. She's half human.
Mm-hmm.
But as Bruce has once said once upon a time, half of it.
Oh.
What?
I just looked up the Holort thing. That is clever.
Yep. Half of infinity and still infinity. She's not wrong.
Yep.
She is not wrong whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And Brainiac, this is the only time we get Brainiac in this story.
Okay.
But they just, I love it. Like, hang on, honey. Having you compress the subatomic size would really wreck our wedding plans. But I love it. Of course, Jimmy's saying he's putting in his 2 weeks and everything. He wants to work on that great American novel. Let's just call it my 6-week notice, shall I? And I hope I can still turn in the occasional op-ed column when I get the itch. Of course, you've been in the paper almost as long as I have, Jim. The old lady wouldn't be the same without a James Olsen piece from time to time. Speaking of which, I have a column to finish for today's paper, where my editor-in-chief will be all over me. You know what a tyrant he is. Yeah, I understand he's a real bear. Again, I love the interactions here. And showing that Superman's very good at keeping this, this persona hidden still.
Yeah.
Oh, meanwhile, turns out Bruce has been hunting down Raish.
There you go.
Now, this won't get resolved until, but yeah, he's finally been hunting it down with Talia and the Lazarus pit. Now, again, here we see Mrs. Wayne, don't give a first name, and we never see her hair or her face.
Okay.
But I love it. Shows up, and I thought you wanted to maintain tradition, not let me see you before the wedding. Yeah, that did seem like a good idea for a while, but now I have a better idea. The Mile High Club! The Mile High Club!
Okay.
Oh, you really must. Yes, Melee. This moment has been coming for 20 years. To avoid it now. So, yeah, there's someone wearing the Lex suit. Or is it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the symbol. What does it look like?
I was about to say that's a very super looking logo.
Yep. But yeah.
Oh, I have a theory. I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you if it aligns when it's revealed.
It probably will. Shows up, blasts him with kryptonite, and so it's almost killing him. Of course, like, yeah, you'll get it. And remember, kryptonite hurts me, but it'll take a long time for it to stop me. Oh, I know, which is why I have something else for you. Sends him flying. Then a force field appears. Of course, like, go help Kara stop Luthor, because they think that's Luthor in there. Gotta finish Luthor. A difficult proposition at best, I would say. Dr. Halert, you're inside the force field? Yes, my dear, close by, as I have always been. It's Lex. He was the one who kept Lois alive for this moment, so he can kill her in front of Clark, snapping her neck.
Wow, that's genius. By the way,
Elseworlds. Yep.
See, I had to see it like
spelled out.
Actually close up, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
But then it's Joel.
Oh, I thought it was Zod.
It's Joel. Now, somehow he has powers. But of course, this goes to the idea of normally anything that could have replicated the powers would kill a person. Of course, Joel says, lies our father told me, because he was afraid of me.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, Joel becomes her Lex Luthor. That's actually really cool.
Not for long.
Mm-hmm.
The power to kill you! And it's the Elektra pose.
Wow.
And what did I say earlier about the hair, the wig? What are the two things that take it off? Her gloves.
Dying.
And if she died, Kara! And it's the 80s!
Wait, is the Dark Knight about to return?
Oh, next one.
I figured with this is the setup.
But it's the death. It's also the 80s. Who died in the 80s? No, that's a Supergirl.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and Joel dies. Because Lex, like, your father has never lied to you. And I have always lied to you. Basically, Lex just ruined everything from Superman. He took everything from him. His identity, secret identity, his wife, his son, and his daughter.
Bro, that is great.
And then he wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm.
But we find out Melee, the woman who found and saved him, had a son, a grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's revealed that he, just like Joel, no powers, but they also don't want it to be known either. So what does Bruce Wayne Jr. decide? He will marry May and take the young kid as his own.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's his place for that, to take it on as his own. Then we jump to the 90s, and it looks like Superman has killed Lex.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it's President Jordan.
Okay. Oh, Hal. Okay.
Yep. And we find that they were given a kryptonite ring to deal with it.
Is it a green ring?
Well, that'll be a joke, but I love it. It's like he gave it to Nixon.
Okay.
To say, like, he said at the time, if you can't trust the president of the United States, who can you trust? Wasn't it Nixon he gave the green K to? Yes, another small irony. But yeah, so this it's Bruce Wayne Jr.
That's a cool suit.
And he is coming there to hunt down Superman for what he did. And he's destroying everything. But he even used the kryptonite ring because that's Kryptonian material. So, bloop, 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 bloop. But then Kara, of course, stops him. Stop! But pulling your punches, Clark, a mistake. You should have taken me down with the first hit. Turns out he was exposed to Gold K. He catches up to Lex. And he turns out, in the entire 10 years he was hunting Lex, focusing everything on it, Lex killed Perry, Lucy, their kids, not Perry, Jimmy, Lucy, their kids, Perry's son, and dozens of others over the decade. And then when Superman picks it up, turns out he has gold kryptonite cuffling. Superman was exposed the moment he entered. But to think about all this, think about this machination.
Oh, he's depowered then.
Yeah, and it turns out it's not Lex.
Is it Brainiac?
It's the Ultra Humanite.
Oh, that's clever.
Turns out Lex was there back in 39, but the Ultra Humanite's body robots found him, swapped brains. It was supposed to change it, but there was something wrong, and instead he was trapped in that form. Which again, you traded one bald genius for the other. Now keep in mind, as he's taunting Superman and everything, he's saying, "I will gain your body and your powers," things like that. They'll come back later. But yeah, he's basically doing. So what does Superman do? Now, this is self-defense, obviously, but he throws it. Of course, he just meant to pin him, not kill him. And it was the rubber soles of his boots that prevented him from meeting the same fate.
Yeah.
So Superman turns himself in, saying, "I still shouldn't have killed. This is a nod to whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow."
Okay.
So what does he do? Puts himself in the Phantom Zone.
Oh, that's cool.
So how was that one?
I like that one. That one was good.
That was dark.
That was so good. Wow, that's well done.
Now here's the last one. We go to 99, 2000, and we do a flashback story to 29.
Okay. I mean, a flash forward.
No. We do a flashback to 1929.
Oh, 1929. Okay.
Yep. Now, what we see is he seems to be the head of the demon was Talia, as they have Bruce Wayne Jr. But then we find out what happened years ago. Turns out the Lazarus Pit had lost its effect. But Race realized a good way to rejuvenate it. Two people, strong wills, go in and meld together, and one will become true immortal.
So essentially, to become one person.
Yep. Now it's more of a case of he would give up his life to the other.
Okay.
Now he was hoping to take it from Bruce.
Okay.
But it turns out when they're going in, he's like, "The torment begins. I felt worse than this in a fight with the Joker." Rage realizes, crap, he can handle this. He's stronger than I am. I gotta get out of here.
Oh,
but he said,
because then it's Bruce is gonna take the strength from Rage.
You dealt his hand, and I intend to play it.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
So, yep, he comes out, and look at him.
Wow, that's actually really cool.
And then we find out he rearranged the entire League of Shadows. Now, they don't call it that, but I'm just calling it that for the sake of it.
Yeah, you might as well.
Basically, he removed all of the drugs and everything. No one knew the head changed and the body, altered.
Oh, wow.
Everyone thinks they're part of the front when the front is the business.
Oh, so he essentially made the League good?
Yep, but they don't know it. They think they're just funneling money for the big project.
That's funny.
But here's the reason. Why do you want to do all this? He wants to give it to Bruce Wayne Jr. Why? He wants to be Batman again.
Okay.
And look at this again. Look at this.
It looks really good. I like that. And I like that suit.
Yep. But yeah, they realized and there were rumors after Superman was sent to the Phantom Zone. I did leave Gotham for a while, friend. But he said, speaking of which, you know what? It's not exactly 10 years, but I'll let him out on good behavior. Yeah, and then we meet up with Nightwing with a K.
Oh.
Yep, and that's his name was Clark.
Okay, that makes sense.
No, so his name is Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you'll be a fine heir to the House of L. Clark, House of L? He doesn't know he's your grandson, remember? He thinks my son's his biological father. That deception is no longer necessary, Bruce. And take me to Lex Luthor's lair. And look at this. They used a Green Lantern field to keep it constant, and yet bad guys kept trying to break into Luthor's lair. They still keep calling him Luthor, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
But they left it all there as a reminder. And we get Kyle Rayner.
Okay.
So we went from Alan to Kyle.
Well, yeah, because Hal is not a Green Lantern in this continuity.
Exactly. And he basically had 10 years to think. And then he realized, twice did he mention he would gain his powers, which meant there was a cure. Luthor figured out a cure. So he decided to take it and ba-ba-bum!
Mm-hmm.
And then he decided to take what little bit is left, shakes it up and gives it to Clark so he can reactivate the latent genes.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, he does. Now his is only going to be 1/3 of the power, but it's still going to put him above everyone else.
That's cool. I like that.
And what does Superman decide to do? He doesn't have anyone else here. So he decided he's going to go see the universe.
So he just flies off into space?
But leaving Nightwing in his place.
Okay. Oh, this actually works even more when you consider the fact that Nightwing's named after Kryptonian, like,
exactly.
vigilante.
That's the double point. Byrne knows his stuff.
Wow.
Yep. And then now we go to 2919. So we're way like by the 30th century.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce is still alive. He's immortal. And look at Superman.
the mullet's back.
Yep, and I love it. He's aging 1 year for every century.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, yep, he has a dedication to everyone there. And they decided to think back to, like, I think about when we first met back in 1939, you mean, at the Metropolis World Fair? No, it wasn't. That wasn't the meeting I was remembering. That was really our second meeting. I was thinking.
Superboy and essentially Batboy?
You'll see. This is another silver pre-crisis thing.
Okay.
But yeah, he meets up with Mr. He's in the Gotham Gazette, meeting up with some other people there. And there's Lois.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they're all winners. They got to win to have a time at the Gazette.
Are those kids the Newsboys Legion?
I seen this. Yeah, yep. They're on Bobby Shaw, Ralph Rickett, and Stan Coulter. Let me double check. Well, let me double check.
Yeah, because I was like, if not, that's kind of a missed opportunity.
Yep, hold on. Let me check. No. He's not. They're not Newsboy Legion, but he was. No, wait, that can't be right. No, these are just made up characters.
Okay, that's my one. It's not a ding. I'm not going to take off points for this, but that's something that I feel like that's a missed opportunity right there.
Yep. But yeah, and then there's Lois, and but yeah, glad to be here, Wayne. But maybe you care to call us on why a kid who comes up number 15 in the country's richest men list wants to spend his money sponsoring journalism competitions. Already feisty even at a younger age. Do me a favor and don't say amazing, Ken. It's okay, I guess. Kind of a dump compared to Metropolis. But then, this is where we see Lex.
Mm-hmm.
This is what led to Lex getting arrested.
Okay.
And look, Bruce Wayne was the first Robin.
Okay.
That was something established.
Oh, really?
He was Robin before he became Batman. This was his training guys.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. And yep, they're able to help stop him, bring him down and everything, teaming up together and everything.
Okay.
Yep, but then they realized they found a name on there. Luthor got away. So they find this name here. So they follow over to where we see this old scientist man who's claiming Lex. It's like, what's the meaning of this, Rex? You're jealous of me, just like everyone else. Jealous of my genius. So you think this man's selling him out, but it turns out it is Lex in disguise. Why? he could smell recently applied spirit gum.
Okay.
You know, the stuff you put on for makeup
Mm-hmm.
and everything. Flies out there, but they're able to stop him easily.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is she kind of showing herself off a little by unintentionally?
Yeah.
But they're not looking, of course.
Yeah, because they're oblivious. She might as well be like spreading legs, going, "Come on, boys."
Yep. But hey, she's a teenager. They're attractive, men her age.
They're also teenagers. I know. As much as Byrne would love to try it.
Let's wait until we get to much later on with that.
Mm-hmm.
But before I go, here's a little something to remember me by. But then, when they got back, Lana had some magic stuff.
I was about to say, is that Lana?
Yep. Come on. But yeah, so they're all happy. I mean, we're the last ones, Cal. Everyone else is dead. Now, who are the last ones to remember us? But we did it successful. Maybe a little too successful, because now it's boring. But turns out, Lana's still alive! All of that magic stuff she fiddled with for her wacky adventures made her immortal. And they got together.
By the way, I love the, like, Batman hits a button and the cowl materializes.
Yep.
That's actually really cool. That would be something he would have in the future, I'm sure.
Yep, and of course, because Byrne always cleared he preferred Lana. Of course.
Yep, there you go.
And the two of you are, well, I must say, I approve.
And Claremont could not decide. That's why I feel like it's Superman Wonder Woman.
Yep, I love Lois like a sister, but you two had so much history. All right, but hey, enough talk. We can all get caught up later. Like Bruce said, it's a big universe. There must be somewhere out there the three of us can get into trouble.
So they're the old person Trinity now?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
So how was that?
Pretty good. I like the integration of like all of DC's history and all the again, the Newsboy Legion is the one part where I'm like, you could have done the Newsboy Legion. That would have been an interesting reference, but I get it. I get it.
Wait a minute. Robert Manhunter!
Okay, it made up for it.
That was Manhunter!
Okay, that made up for it.
Let me double check the others. I didn't took him. Ralph Wingett. Nope. Just a nod.
Yeah, all right. But yeah, I'm like, you could have done that, but I get it.
But overall, yeah, what did you think about? Okay, let's start the beginning. This one was the most played straight. Let's be honest.
I like how all of them were like in the tone of the like era that they were taking place in, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. Now, 70s, 80s, and 90s kind of mesh a little, but that kind of goes without saying.
Yeah, of course.
Because Annie kind of crisscrossed it all. But what was your favorite era or decade?
I would have to say the one where like Kara dies.
Yep, 80.
There's so many references in there that I'm like, oh, okay, that's well done. Plus, I love Kara's suit.
Yep. And again, the fact that pairing the two up was great. And poor Bruce Wayne Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Jr., right? It's like...
Yeah, he got messed up.
Oh, and so did Clark. It's again, this is the most devastating loss Superman's had in many stories. And yet, did you notice? You could use this as proving it won't cause him to go off the rails and become a dictator.
Yeah, Taylor.
Okay, again, you can't blame Taylor for doing something that was already set in stone before he came.
No, but he made it much more overly simplified.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, just again,
pretty good.
Yeah, but again, what do you think about the twist with the Ultra Humanite?
That was interesting. The Doctor like Luthor and stuff. That was dope. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, I see.
And again, poor Lois, right? The fact that he kept her alive just for this moment. On what should have been the happiest day of her life for her to see her daughter get married.
No comment. I'm only kidding. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, and again, and the fact that again, and he didn't just do that, he took everyone away.
Yeah, I'm like, Well done.
Yeah, like even here, Jimmy, Lucy, their kid, Perry's son.
Mm-hmm.
All while Superman was so distracted.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, again, I cannot think of a more devastating loss any Superman has had.
Yeah,
Can you?
exactly. No, I definitely can't.
And yet, again, he's still, and again, this is clearly also a nod to, again, whatever happened in the Man of Tomorrow, because he put himself in the Phantom Zone because he killed someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I love all the designs. See, it was burned. And again, my other favorite twist was this one, the race one.
Yeah, I like that. That's so Batman.
And again, no one ever thought of this.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, clearly there's obvious reason why, but I like this as an original idea for the Lazarus Pit. And it turns out it changes the Lazarus Pit. It's now purified. People can use it without going mad.
Mm-hmm.
And also, to be clear, Bruce and Talia never got together.
I kind of figured that.
Yep, because one, that would be a disrespect. His wife is still alive anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I also love this. Him deciding, I just want to be Batman again.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Yep. What did you think about the mystery that, and again, they never make it clear about who Mrs. Wayne is.
I like that. So it's like, just insert whoever you want.
It's either Julie or Selena.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not Silver or anyone. Oh, and I gotta say also, poor Dick.
Mm-hmm.
That was, again, the fact that both Joker and Lex had such absolute victories here.
Yeah, they're so they're way more effective than their main universe ones.
But but when you have decades to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing I like. If they're locked away, they make it clear they were locked away a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, like, oh boy, what a way to go for Dick, right? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, would you call this like a bad death, or it's like, no, because it fits the story.
Fits the story. I'm fine with that one.
Yeah, and because it is a little pathetic for him to go out like that, just like this, like, because he doesn't know what he's seeing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also makes it clear, how else would Joker stop him, right?
Yeah.
You need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so what would you rate this on, like on 1 to 10?
7.
7? Yep. But yeah, next time, though, we'll be going over the follow-up to it, which brings in the bigger DC universe.
Is the other one the part that has the infamous part that everyone's
No,
on Twitter?
that's 3. That's 3.
Okay, good. I'm saying, oh yeah, there she is.
Now, but here's the thing, though, because it's also a 10. Now, he does tweak her first arrival year, because otherwise, the way he does it is every 11 years.
Okay.
But here's the thing. We see her ready to go to Man's Land, and then the next decade, she's already pregnant.
Okay.
Again, same with Lois. It's 10 years. A lot happens in 10 years.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep. But I got to show you this. One thing he referenced was referenced in the comics. Did you know the reason why Superman didn't go to war?
Why?
It's because, or Clark Kent didn't go? Because he got too eager and read the eye chart in the next room over with his X-ray vision.
Oh, so he faked he had horrible eyesight?
No, he didn't fake it. He didn't fake it. It was an accident.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
He was too eager. He flunked the eye exam because he looked at it like, okay, let's do this. You are way off, young man. What?
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's a reference to that. But trust me, the next one's going to be interesting because we're going to have so many. They're going to explain a lot of stuff. Like look at this. Giant Spectre, like the old days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just a little tease for next time.
All right.
So yeah, thank you for joining me, Jared. Thank you, everyone else.